Good morning, Code Meetings RJ, back with another video, so let's get to it. Today's random Mike Schmidt item of the day for 1981. Who's Who in Baseball. This is an annual guide. It used to be put out to talk to you about, lifetime records plus photos of more than 800 players. Those people prominent enough to get a listing in the book. What can I tell you? It says an official fact sheet for every player. I am not about to tell you they didn't miss one or two in this edition, but they swear it's every player. The reason it's a Mike Schmidt cover is because Mike is prominently featured on the Mike Schmidt item is because Mike is prominently featured on the cover. You have Mike being the NL MVP in a little photo headshot there, but above him in a full action pose is Mr. George Brett, the AL MVP. You will find that in this run of magazines or publications, that's how they did it. They would put the previous year's MVPs on the cover. And on the back of this publication is a team photo of the Phillies from 1980, because they were the ones who won the World Series that year. Very cool item, a very great Mike Schmidt thing. It was interesting. I was wondering who published this. Turns out when you look at the publishing information on the inside cover, there was a company literally called Who's Who in Baseball. The Who's Who in Baseball Corporation in New York City published this on their own. So it says Who's Who in Baseball is published annually by Who's Who in Baseball Corporation. I figured it was like one of the magazine publishers did this and just slapped their name on it, but nope, they have their own little publishing company. So thought about buying all of these. They're not very expensive at all. I mean, very few people like publications and collect publications. They hold very little value unless they're legendary issues and whatnot. But it says here this is the 66th edition, so I don't know if I really want to collect them all. They went into the 80s. I don't know if they made it too far into the 90s before stopping. But Mr. Schmidt would be featured on 3 of these because he had an MVP season 3 times. So my random Mike Schmidt item of the day. Today's random baseball item of the day from 1981. 1981 Topps Steve Garvey. Why Steve Garvey? Well, why not? Actually, I received this card as an addition into something I purchased. Somebody just threw it in. It's kind of like got some speck or flaking on the cover image. Not sure why. Might be some wax staining, I don't know, but it's not exactly the best condition card, certainly nothing worth grading, but it reminds me of how much I loved the 1981 Topps design when I was a kid. I absolutely fell in love with that baseball cap motif. Had the team name and the position right there, player name down at the bottom, the awesome Topps logo in the baseball when they did that. That was fantastic. The whole overall design of this, the striped border, like the colored stripe within the white border is fantastic. Absolutely adored this set. One of my favorite sets from childhood. It is probably my favorite design of the 80s simply because I love that motif. There's other sets that might get my nostalgia brimming more, but this is probably my favorite design of the 80s. Big fan. So it's my random baseball item of the day. Today's trivia question. On this day in baseball history, July the 14th, 1967, this future Hall of Famer playing for the Houston Astros at this time hits career home run number 500 off of future Hall of Fame pitcher Juan Marichal. Interestingly enough, the following year on the exact same date, July the 14th, 1968, a former teammate of that individual hit his career 500th home run. Name both of those 500 home run club members. They hit their home runs on July the 14th. That's what you're playing, and that's the question. What you're playing for: 3 awesome Hall of Fame cards. Awesome little Pinnacle 97 Derek Jeter. Pinnacle, nice borderless design, but it had this massive gold foil thing down here. It had the player name in the middle, and this gold foil embossed design had names of other big stars from whatever team the individual is from. And then a nice Mel Ott Topps Archives card, New York Giants. He was a 500 home run club member. And then Frankie Frisch, Colin Collection card from 1934, honoring the a Colin Collection card from 1994, honoring the 1934 All-Star Game, showing off Frankie Frisch, Hall of Fame member. That's what you're playing for. All you need to do is shoot me an email with a guess on that question. I'll include my email in the description below, along with a repeat of that question. You will have today and tomorrow to answer. We will pick a winner on Sunday, all right? Good luck to everybody on that one. Today, kind of a mid-year update on one of my collecting goals. For a number of years, I have been trying to put together a full set of an iconic card set. Now, I use the word iconic loosely. Not everybody considers this an iconic card set. I only picked it because the full set is only 25 cards, so I figured I could complete it. Yet it's still an impressive set to say you have completed, because it is from 1909. It is the 1909 E95 Philadelphia Caramel card set. 25 cards. There are a number of Hall of Famers in it. So originally I set out my goal to be 5 cards a year for 5 years. I began to get the cards a little faster than I anticipated, so I switched. Plus, there's another reason I switched. I said, okay, I'll switch it to 6 cards per year for 4 years, and then the final card in that 5th year all by itself. Now, the reason is because there were pretty much exactly 9 Hall of Famers. That allowed me to do 2 Hall of Famers per year, and then 6 non-Hall of Famers. I'm sorry, 2 Hall of Famers per year and 4 non-Hall of Famers to be the 6 cards. And the last one is the big ticket named individual. So I'm going to show off to you. I have 5 of my 6 cards from this year, and then I'll have just the one for next year. So I have now 23 of the 25 cards of the E95 Philadelphia Caramel set in hand. And I still intend to pick up that other Hall of Famer this year, even though it's a big ticket card. And then I will do my best to save my pennies, sell some things, buy some, make some deals, do something to get that final one next year. But let's talk about that a little bit. So let me show off the 4 non-Hall of Famers I picked up this year. Most of them, believe it or not, are completely unknown to many of us, but I will show them off nonetheless. So these are all SGC. I do not care about the grades or the grading slab of this card, because I just want to have them, and I want the collection a full set. So here is an SGC 35, approximately a 2.5 PSA, I guess. And this is Ed Ruleback. He is from the Chicago Cubs. Forgive me, I don't know what Ed Ruleback's role was on the Cubs teams in that year. That's when the Cubs were really hot, from 1906 through 1910. They were fantastic. Ed Ruleback. Then you have Matty McIntyre, teammate of Ty Cobb's, and the current SGC 3. Backs look like this. Right there, it's got the list of everybody in the set. Obviously, that first one jumps out at you there. Then you have Bill Kerrigan of the Red Sox. Love the tie front jersey, got the collar, the old baseball style uniforms. Kind you'd see Cy Young in. He was not in this set. And then lastly, an SGC 30 or Good 2, Solly Hoffman. Solly Hoffman, also of the Cubs back in the day. So those are my 4 non-Hall of Fame members. that I picked up. Now, again, every year I pick up 2 Hall of Fame members. The first one I got this year, Chief Bender of the Philadelphia Athletics. So I actually have a playing era of this Hall of Fame great playing era card. He did play briefly with the Phillies in the mid-teens as he was winding down his lengthy career and just kind of stumbling around for a few years after. Chief Bender. That leaves me with 2 cards left. And if you take a look at this thing and you go down the name, you'll come to 2 that you go, really? Yeah, and really. So the first one, you can see there, Wagner, Pittsburgh National. Yes, I have to get a Wagner. And then if you look down to number 9, Cobb, Detroit American. Yes, I have to get a Cobb. Now, why do I say those are big ticket cards? A Cobb, a E95 Philadelphia Caramel Cobb in any grade, even in an authentic or a 1, I'm beginning to no longer see them less than 3,000, sometimes as much as 5, just to get the card in any condition. Wagner, on the other hand, any condition at all, it's a 5-figure card. So I'm going to have to save my bottle tops, check out the UPC code on the cereal boxes, recycle a lot of glass bottles, save my pennies, search the couch cushions, and somehow come up with a couple bucks in order to buy those final 2 cards that will complete my run, the 1909 E95 Philadelphia Caramel cards. That is the whole set. That is my goal. Again, I still got 2 years to pull it off, so keep me in your prayers, people. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, and all that jazz. I really do appreciate your support as I try my best to support everybody's great card being, all right? Thank you very much for watching. Come back again. I'll have more content for you Wednesday and Friday, all right? I hope you have a great rest of your week. See you soon. Take care.